Well, hi, Budget Comics back again with another budget haul. We're going to start today with something I believe was Matt Murdock, but a few folks have commented on my new backdrop. I collect autographs as well as comic books, and they were asking if I was ever going to show off some of the cards. Well, we're going to start today with one of these, I think it's like Marvel Masterpiece, but anyway, they're a signed card. And it's in the old retro 1990 Impel Marvel card style. If you collected these back in the 90s, I think it was 90, 91. Just great cards. This is actually what got me into comic books kind of at the start. I read a comic book here or there, but this is what really got me going. And it was just a great set. Well, they brought these back. And you can get these on auction for eBay for $4 or $5 a piece. And this one is actually signed by George Perez. It's George Perez artwork. Ultron, of course. And it's got all your certification stuff on the back so you can know it's real. And again, these go for just a few dollars. And I have some others I'll probably show off. But if you're into autographs, if you're into collecting those kind of things, they're just great, cheap things that you can find really easily. So we're going to start with the comics with Batgirl Year 1. I believe this is number 8. This is the first appearance of Condiment King in comics, and as I've said before, I'm a big fan of Batman the Animated Series. Condiment King showed up on that, I believe, in the Adventures, Batman and Robin Adventures. Just a fun character, just squirts ketchup and mustard, just really silly. But he does show up in the Lego Batman movie. I think he does have a Lego figure in one of the sets. So if you're into Batman the Animated Series, this is something that's sometimes forgot about. And as you can tell, these all came from my comic shop. I had a big order from them. I haven't had a chance to take the stickers off. I think most of them do. This is Uncanny Avengers, I believe number 14. And these are just variants not talked about very often. I think this cost me $4. These are the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. variants. So if you're looking for first appearance of some of these Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters, I know the show might be canceled, might not be canceled, but if you're a fan of the show, these are cheap things to pick up, and these are characters that have been worked into the Marvel Universe. So there is that. This is the first appearance of, I believe that's Skye, that turns out to be Quake. But this is her first appearance as Skye in the Marvel Universe, I guess, if you consider cover appearances, first appearances. And they have the whole cast, and plus they have a cast photo as well in different on different covers. And I'll show those off of some of those. I got a few of them. They're no more than $5 a piece, more or less. So well worth grabbing if you just happen to see them. Something to hold on to. Now we have Speedball, the Mass Marvel number 1. Steve Ditko stuff, so kind of cool with that. But with the new Warriors announcement and him being a part of it, this might be a good dollar book to grab onto. I think this cost me $2. Again, it's my comic shop, so they're a little bit more expensive. This is actually, though, the first appearance of Niles the Cat, which is Speedball's little sidekick. He gets caught in the same accident that he does, and he shows up from time to time. He was in Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers, but he's someone that could show up in the show and just be a kind of fun character like Cosmo the dog and Guardians and things like that. So if you think you're gonna like that show, if you like Speedball, this is well worth picking up. Speaking of pet sidekicks, Teen Titans 62. This is a dollar book. This is just kind of a fun book. It has Wendy and Marvin and Wonder Dog. I think Wonder Dog shows up the issue before, but this kind of has a big reveal about who Wonder Dog is and how that affects the lives of Wendy and Marvin. This is like a 10-year-old or 12-year-old book, but I still don't want to spoil it. It's a good single issue, especially if you grew up with Super Friends with Wendy and Marvin and Wonder Dog. It's a twist on that, let's just say. So well worth grabbing for $1 or $2. Next, we have Youngblood Strike File #1. Again, I love this 90s stuff. This is the first appearance of Glory, who was kind of Rob Liefeld's answer to Wonder Woman. I think she had some Alan Moore stuff done by her, too. I can't remember. I know he did Supreme. I can't remember if he did Glory. But this is signed by Jay Lee, who was kind of a big 90s artist at the time. And I think he ended up doing the Marvel Knights of Inhuman series. So he has some cachet, I guess, with some of the stuff going on now. But this only cost about $2 on my comic shop. I believe, yep, certificate of authenticity, dynamic forces. So for, I think it was $1.70 for an autograph, for just something to hold on to. It makes this a little bit more collectible. Again, there's a million of these, but I think I saw Glory was coming back with a book. So just something worth grabbing onto. XMen Legacy 214, with the announcements of Mr. Sinister being a part of upcoming X-Men movies. This is a long shot, of course, being an X-Men book, this being a long shot. But this might be something, if you're into speculation, you just want to find it, you can find it in the dollar bin or for cover price. This is the first appearance of Miss Sinister. For a while, Mr. Sinister was Miss Sinister. I don't know I think it was like clone stuff. I don't know the whole story. But if they decide to go on that bend, this is going to become a key book. But also, if you're just a Mr. Sinister fan, this is just a version of him not talked about very much. So again, for a couple of dollars, worth having in your collection. Next, we have Telos 5. This is the Neal Adams variant. It's, of course, homage to that famous Superman cover by Neal Adams. This, looking this up, this was one of the lower print runs of these Neal Adams variants. I think it only came to between 2,500 and 3,000, somewhere in there. And of course, it being so iconic, this might be a book that down the road becomes collectible. Some of the Harley Quinn blind bags have become collectible now. This might be something, if you're a Neal Adams fan, Superman fan, just fan of cool covers, might be worth getting. You can find it for cover price. I got it for $3.25, which is about a quarter over cover. You know, just again, one of those books that might get lost to antiquity. It's a series nobody cared about, of a character no one really knew who he was. I think he turned out to be Arak, son of Thunder, or Aryan. I can't remember. But really weird stuff. But again, the cover is famous, and with the low print run, it could be something worth holding on to. Again, with the long shots, last book here, with the rumors I hear about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and with some of the cameos with Sylvester Stallone, Ving Rhames, so forth, playing different characters, playing the Guardian characters, but as these quote-unquote Ravagers, it sort of reminds me of Warlock and the Infinity Watch. That maybe these characters will be going after the Infinity Gems. There was rumored that James Gunn didn't want Adam Warlock in the movie, so maybe this is a way he can kind of do that, but not do that. And of course, Gamora is in this, and Drax and Pip the Troll. So, I think there was rumors he was going to show up at some point in time. And this is actually the first appearance of the Infinity Watch. This is Warlock and the Infinity Watch #2, not #1. Canonically and historically, however you want to say it, this is actually the first appearance of the Infinity Watch, not #1. If you look at the handbooks and so forth, this is the first appearance. And this is a dollar book again. Nothing really super duper about it. But if you happen to be digging in dollar bins, or even probably find this in quarter bins, worth grabbing, worth holding on to. So, well, that's all I have. Like if you like, I'll post again no matter what. Bye.